Hello, everyone. We are the Last Caravan RPG. We do one shots, we do miniseries, we do long running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Today, we are playing a game called Spire The City Must Fall, a sister game, I guess, to Heart the City Beneath. Best way to describe that. Both have very similar mechanics, but very different vibes. Vibes are so different. We played the first one already, now we get to experience the other side. But before we jump into it, do just a few announcements to go through. First is that we have two sponsors for tonight's game. That is Hero Forge and Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is what we use to get all of our royalties for music like this one. Also, coming up games, we have on Wednesday our second game of Apocalypse Keys, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse game. It is very fun. I'm so excited for it. And then after that, we have a level 20 Pathfinder 2nd Edition Gladiator Champion of the Gods game, which is going to be epic. Other than that, if you want to support us in other ways other than watching our content, we do have a website. I'll post right here for us, where we have things like merch. We have shirts and cups. They're all very, very cool, and we're constantly looking for new things to add. There's a bunch in the works. But we also have a whole section highlighting our community, all of their own individual streams, Etsy pages, itch.io pages, whatever it is. We just want to support the people that support us. So go check it out. Also, we have a YouTube channel, which all of our streams end up there. So if you miss any of our content or you just want to see some of our older stuff, because we have like 200 streams on YouTube, go check it out. It's a bunch of great stuff with a bunch of great people, and it's many, many, many hours of content if you're ever bored and need something to watch. Oh, all right. Think that is enough announcements. Just to hear out loud. I am gonna go around, give everyone a chance to introduce themselves and their characters, and then we'll just dive on into this. So clockwise, starting for me, that we are starting with Robin. Only one B.
Hello. I get to be on the front again. Yay. Hi, I'm Robin, Ginger Brigade on Twitch and Ginger_Brigade on Twitter. I am a PC gamer streamer, but moving to more video stuff, so I'll let you guys know when that updates. I am playing Kestra. Uh, what else do you want me to say about my character?
You want, what? Let's go with your right, too. What right did you go through to join the ministry?
Okay, so I'm playing Kestra. Kestra went through the, is it Rite of Fury to join the ministry, which means that I had to get a little angry and a little mind-altering drug high and go on a spree to join the ministry.
Beautiful. All right, over to Neptune.
Hi, I'm Neptune at Neptune_MYS over on Twitter. I am very excited to be here. You'll see me, I guess, next Wednesday now, GMing here. But I'm playing Syl, who is a midwife in terms of what their skill set is. And they underwent the rite of sagacity, studying under someone who was similar to who they studied under previously, in that they study bees.
Love the bees. All right. But down to Karish.
Hi, I'm Karish. Karish Valandar here on Twitch and over on Twitter. I do various things all over the place too. So, my character is Jalissa, and she is a masked So she just kind of likes to stay in the shadows and observe things and not be observed.
And what was your right?
Oh, the right. I was looking at the right of grace,
Oh,
which means that they had to pretty much take the place of someone and then eliminate that someone without everyone else knowing that they were replaced.
ah. And then Diop joining us again on stream.
Hello. Hey, it's me back. I'm Neop, a Colombian, and today I'll be playing Clore, a character a little bit obsessed with knowledge, wanting to share knowledge and get all knowledge, and he underwent the rite of sagacity, and he was made to his eyes were opened to the realities of the Spire, and some things may have been, as the book says, very terrible to see, but to him, any knowledge is good knowledge, so long as he can get it.
Fair enough. And of course, I'm Andrew, your Games Master for today and for most days around here. Although you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM seat in the coming weeks, because we got a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories. And I'm here to support it. Alright. I think that's it. I think we can dive on into this. Just the smallest amount of scenes. Dive into what is the Spire? A mile-high city, land of Destra, ruled by cruel high elves, in which the Drow, you, your family, and your friends, have been oppressed for centuries. A nightmare warren of twisted passages and structures, built and rebuilt atop itself. A city of 1,000 gods. The furthest bastion of a terrible and burgeoning empire. A structure of unknown make that houses a blistering, rotten hole in reality at its center. The sane dare not true. This is a game about taking down those that cruelly rule above others. About revolution. And about, in some of our cases, just setting everything on fire.
Just burn the Spire down to the ground.
Why don't we start our story as our players? I'm gonna change this. It's too soft. Something more tense. Yeah. Going about your lives, exist in the Spire just like anyone else. Every day, your job, keep the wheels moving, the status quo in check. But then the sun sets, and you live different lives, entirely different people. On this night, Ministry calls. It beckons to all of its agents, all of the ministers. No matter what part of the Spire you come from, you know, must answer. Ministry of our hidden mistress works to flip the power here in the Spire, to restore the glory of the Dark Elves, to knock the Elfir off their pedestal. On this night, I'm gonna roll a d4.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
That's 1. Estra.
Oh no.
As the shadows consume every building, every alleyway, every crevice of the Spire. How do you hear this call of the minute? What is your response?
They're calling us to a meeting? Is that, like, for right now, just a meeting?
They're just
Or-
calling to collect them.
Okay. So,
And it could be anything from a literal messenger coming to deliver you an encrypted note to just the sound that you know means that they are calling to you. Or maybe it's just a feeling.
I feel like it would be partially a feeling of like we haven't we normally have some kind of get together around this time, but also like kind of like thieves can't in RPGs where there's like secret graffiti. It's like
Okay.
graffiti on like a nearby building that she passes on the way to and back from work. Graffiti that wasn't there before that lets her know.
What's your response?
I will go home. I will change into basically what I'm wearing now. And I will grab my axe because and tuck it under the cloak because it's not hideable, but I'll try. And I will
Yeah.
make my way, attempting to be not obvious about it.
Why don't we make the very first roll of
Oh no, you're gonna put that on me. Why you gotta do that to me, man?
the Maybe the dice decided.
Okay.
So,
So
the way that rolls work in Spire is that it is a D10 system. Rolling a D10 by itself. You have the associated skill,
Mhm.
10, and if you have the
Mhm.
associated domain, well, yet this is going to be a sneak.
Mhm.
Sneak. I dang near want to call this a cult.
Ah, darn. Okay.
But no, let's go sneak low society.
I have both of those. Perfect. So I will
It's
need
0
to roll
difficulty, so you're just taking the highest.
8, 5. Highest is an 8.
Uh, 8. That is a success with no stress.
Yeah.
You are fine. Slip through the streets undetected. To even
Ridiculous.
friends and family, you know that should anyone find out that you are in ministry, that they would sell you out to raise their positions in a heartbeat. Loyalty is very hard to come by and very easy to lose. Four. What do we have? A 4. 4. What
Nice.
is the call of the ministry of our hidden mistress to you, and how do you respond to it?
It's folklore. It'll be like an inconspicuous book placed just somewhere around, like a very particular book. He knows, like, depending on the title, he knows what it's for, what's calling for him at the time.
Okay.
He finds it, I suppose.
And
He
upon
knows he
seeing
needs
this
to
book,
make
how
his
do you
way.
respond?
He decides to conspicuously pocket it back to where it's supposed to go, and just make his way, just wearing whatever he's wearing at the time. He doesn't need to get ready with any items or any clothes, and he just makes his way out and to the punto de reunión. The how do you say it in English? The rendezvous point, per se.
Okay. Let's go with sneak religion.
How does that part work?
You start with a D10. You always get a D10. Do you have the proficiency in the sneak skill?
He has proficiency in in neither.
So you don't have
Uh,
sneak or religion.
no.
Okay, so it's just a D10.
Where do I roll a d10?
Do you have physical dice on you?
No, I need to look up for a 1 d10, a 2.
A 2. Sweet. We get to see both sides of the success immediately. Love to see it. On a 2, that is a failure. You see that book as these streets are starting to clear, but there's still a number of folks just going about their day. Nonchalantly stroll up to the tome, clearly meant left out for someone like you. Reach down, grab it, hear a voice call out, hey, is that yours? No, we saw someone else plant that book, right? That's not. And a small crowd of people are starting to gather, or at least have their attention turned towards this nosy
Oh no.
neighbor who is now actively calling you out.
I'll respond.
I'm gonna add some shadow stress. Do you have any shadow resistance?
Yes, 1.
What? Gotcha. You are good at disappearing, but at the very least, a handful of people did see you and see your face.
Shoot.
What like to do?
Cover's blown, everybody. I was able to sneak away, but people did see me then.
Yes. You can absolutely just disappear into the shadows, into a nearby crowd, but you know that people saw you.
He'll just continue on and hide in the first place he can see, where no eyes will just spy on him.
You might
Just
be a
to
little
gather
late to
himself
the
up.
meeting, a little later than
Yeah.
others. Now we have a 50-50 shot. 3. That puts us to Jalissa. What's the call for you, and how do you respond?
So she is a lot like Clore in that information is very important to her. So she receives a book delivery, like a book that's actually handed to her. Because she gets a lot of books, because she does a lot of research on things. But this was not one that she had ordered, so that is suspicious. So she knows something's up, and so she's able to flip through to a very specific page, and there's a very specific page number that's been circled, and that's kind of the how she's called. So doing that, she'll, put the book in with she probably has a stack that she has to return at some point, just because it's like, I have no use for these. These were just to call me. Gather on, put on a cloak just to kind of help hide her features a bit, and then head out.
Let's go with a stealth.
Sneak.
Sneak, yes. It's my brain to play
Same
too many
thing.
TTRPGs.
Old habits,
no, I do the
old
same
habits
thing.
die hard.
Well, down to it. Let's go with a sneak academia.
I have neither of those.
Tried.
That's okay. I got an 8.
Beautiful. Tuck the book away, throw the cloak up. 1 second you're there, next second. And of course, last but not least, that brings us down to Syl.
So, Zill, his kind of tall, lanky form, finishes wrapping a bandage around someone, as he feels it very literally within him. The call comes to him as the one who he underwent his rite under can cast a spell to call him. And so he feels it in his the very essence of his blood and bones. But he gets up easily. These kinds of areas and where he goes to are where he isn't necessarily well known, but he's quite accustomed to being there and is held in a slightly different regard, being Order of the Midwives.
Even those that typically wouldn't welcome outsiders recognize the importance of lives. So, how about a sneak occult? That strike you?
Sounds good to me. So I do have a cult. So that'll be a 10.
Beautiful. I would even go as far as to say that as you are just gliding through the city streets, those that notice you even just seem somehow to shift in their mind of, no, you didn't really notice me. The moment you're out of sight line, they just get there. Passed by the commotion of hearing that someone was stealing books. Theft of knowledge is very, very serious. And from what it sounds like, may have been minister happened to get caught. Should you wish, you could follow the trail, swoop in, find Clore, who is just tucked away in the shadows, and help them also.
Oh, well, you'll never get there if you stay hiding, will you?
Right. Tell me? Confused.
All of you, along with the other ministers in the area, are collected, brought one very out of the way, very unimposing structure. Plain, tall, pearly white building. No signs, no signs of life. It mainly looks decrepit, short of the fact that you know within its walls hide some of the most valuable secrets in this Spire. We'll step through the archway. They're greeted by the scent of burning wax, old, stale books. That familiar scent of the occult. You and 4 others all gathered tonight, which had disappointing because no, not just last week your numbers were over a dozen. But your Magister sits there, flipping some tome, all while his shadow roams off, grabbing other supplies, grabbing books, grabbing satchels, and just hovers, brings them to the table, setting them alongside him. Doesn't even look up to acknowledge you. The shadow does stop for a moment, give a very wide, very dramatic bow to all of you, and then continue about its business. Good. Here. I fear that this is all of us tonight. Perhaps the others simply overslept. Regardless, have word. There are machinations way high upon the Spire. Things that must be brought to a stop should any of these. That's where you're coming in. We believe that in the Red Row is dire information. How much I detest working with them, but the sisters have been rather openly bragging they have information the Ministry could use. Whether this is a trap, or whether they actually have something tangible for us. Can't let this opportunity pass us. Don't know what they're going to ask of you, what price this is going to cost. Whatever it is, pay it. Have any questions? Good. We'll send you off tonight. Sisters are currently overseeing the arena. I believe a show of force to show them we can handle their little prized fighters. We can put on a show that we do their little dance for as long as it gets us what that will get us through the door. Once you're in, trust no one. They'll try to get what they can out of you, toss you away like refuse. Don't let them. Make sure that you get the best out of every encounter, every deal. Come out on top. Shadow would finish collecting what supplies are needed and just drag them over, hand them out to you. It's your basic supplies, rope, nails, anything that would be basic equipment that you would need while you're on this adventure. Pull out of the bag. Damage to your silver could certainly start to diminish what you have, but moment, have the basics. Return once you have anything of value. Or if it's a trap, return once you've killed them all. Looks towards the four of you. I trust in your abilities. I do. You all will be headlining this. The others, towards the other half of the group. You're to stick to the shadows. If they need assistance, step in, help, but disappear. The others just nod, looking at the four of you, and I'll give you the slightest of bows. Shadow finally kind of lips into him. He finally looks up. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And from here, if there's any final preparations that any of you would like to do, now's your opportunity.
Good
Are we
question.
the same level as the Red Row currently?
Yes? The
The
Spire is...
Derelictus?
Spire, yes. The Spire is weird, but yes.
Understood. Are there any other preparations we need to make?
What would we know of the Sisters of the Red Row?
Would know that no one knows exactly how many there are. That they pride entertainment above all else, to the point of personal harm to themselves. They will invite danger to feel entertained, to feel excitement. Borderline masochistic.
Therefore,
Well, if we are to be in this fight, this arena, well, I'm not sure how many are allowed, but I'd be willing to be one of those that enter.
Same.
I suppose we'll need weapons.
You don't already have some.
Not particularly always fond of weapons, so I don't always carry them with me.
Can you hold your own in a fight?
Perhaps, perhaps not. More the brains around here.
Oh, are you? Well, then use your brains to not get yourself in a fight.
That might be. Yes, that's indeed a good idea, I suppose.
I too am not one for fighting. The arena does not interest me as much, but I could be more
Well,
useful in the stands, talking to those.
you could, you could observe and interact them during the fight.
My thoughts exactly.
Doing things behind the scenes to sway the crowd, definitely.
Yes, God. Yes, our mistress. Well then,
Yes.
is there anything in specific though that we should get? I figure if in a pinch the equipment given to us will probably assist you, Claw.
Mm-hmm.
For
We can always
weapon,
improvise.
could take some time to stop by back alley markets and
Yes, yes.
If you really. Okay. If you really want to.
Just in case.
Um,
Not that they'll be needed.
do we know of any back alley market weapon vendors that are still doing their thing?
dozens probably.
I guess the best question is what kind of weapon do you want, Clor?
Good question.
Because
I didn't think
And
that far.
can we get it fast?
yeah.
Just get him something, whatever.
You
I didn't
prefer
think
up
that far.
close or far away?
Yeah, you don't want to whatever that. Like, you want to stay alive, you need to pick because there is no whatever when it's your life on the line.
I didn't think that far.
I know you're used to being in your books, and I get that, but
Maybe I can just hit them with books or bore them to death.
Toss books.
I mean,
You can try.
you could. We could get you. You want to
An
bludgeon them to
atlas?
death? An atlas. Yeah, if you want to bludgeon them to death, okay.
I think for Clor, distance between he and the other fighters might be good.
I would agree, wholeheartedly. Because
So perhaps
I mean
a
no
firearm.
offense. I mean no offense, but you don't look like you can take a hit.
I'm not sure if we should do something like a firearm given how loud that may be.
Well, if it is an arena, then
Well, I hope you're not entering the arena, so
well, I am not. I did not know if Clor was planning on doing that.
I doubt them.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is more for last minute defense when you're not in the fighting, you're in the stands.
I. Hmm.
So perhaps a
Well,
dagger.
just run if
Yeah,
that occurs.
I almost feel if Clor feels the need to have a weapon, I would recommend a small blade. It's easier to hide.
If we are near each other, I can give you my twin razors in a moment of need. But otherwise, you may want to run.
Just run. I
I
can
mean,
always just disappear into.
a knife wouldn't be hard to get.
I mean, I would recommend something as some kind of defense. I don't know how close we're going to be to each other, so I don't know if you can toss that twin razor at a moment's notice. I mean, you could, but it might end up being
Sorry, I'm just getting a
in
little
his body.
impatient.
No, I get it. I do.
Okay.
I understand. I mean, a
You
small
certainly
blade
don't
can
have
be-
to. We will just move on. Unarmed attacks still do 1 stress, so at least you have that.
We'll just
It's up to
slap
you.
him.
You
There you
slap
go.
him with a book.
Good
You want to
enough.
slap him with books? Let's
I'm
slap him with
telling
books.
you, one of your atlases. Deadly.
Just let it fall in the head like an anvil.
Oh,
So, the 4 of you make your way fairly quickly, gliding through the streets, now blessed by the shadows, blessed by our mystery, unseen, till you hit first signs of the Red Road. A den of sorts. Crime of what most of the rest of the Spire would consider criminals, worst that the Undercity has to offer. Through that same vein, however, that means that necessary evils, equipment, goods that you could find nowhere else in the Spire, all exist here. As much as you all might not like the Red Row, it does play its part. But we are interested in an enormous structure built into a giant stepwell. Arena is the Undercity's most popular destination and murder pit. Enormous smoking braziers that seem somehow never go out, hang over top of the entirety of the spectacle. Hundreds, if not thousands, of attendees crowd around the edge of this, currently cheering on whatever blood sport is being had. You all hear everyone just erupt into cheers, as it would seem that a victor. Would you all like to do?
Well, how do we enter?
feel like someone needs to talk to the ones withholding the information so that we don't just willy-nilly throw ourselves into the pit. Like, we do it for the reasoning we need. As much as I would love to willy-nilly throw myself into the pit, mind you.
Well,
For a reason.
Well,
my understanding is that with the fighting we could, prove ourselves that we won't be taken advantage of. So we could speak to them before or not.
I feel like we should.
Perhaps
would
we
be
speak
most
to
beneficial.
them. Clora and I can be the representatives and say that you will fight for us.
Just I'm not sure we want to, just in case, as we should emphasize this is for sport and entertainment, as we don't want to risk the information being
Misinterpreted.
reliant on our success.
Fair.
Mhm.
So I want to
For
just
sports and entertainment, and the entertainment of betting is also goes
Yes.
hand in hand. So perhaps we offer some sort of betting. Say that
well, we can certainly provide a show.
yes.
Well, the two of you that won't be in the arena,
Yes.
betting would be easy to find. There are bookies all over the place. Would you like to wager silver?
I'll go ahead and wager some silver.
No one's taking any silver stress, so you all have. You are all free and clear. Julissa.
Yes, I would like to wager. And also, before they got here, I keep forgetting to mention that Jalissa wears a mask to hide most of her features. It comes down, hides her eyes and everything. Much like what the Elfier and their servants wear. I keep forgetting to mention that.
Wagering.
But yes, she will also be betting.
D3 or D6.
Do a D3.
Floor.
Yeah.
1 D3 or D6?
1 6.
D6?
Yes.
Putting down a big bet.
Yeah.
Or not disappoint.
Well, I said not to hinge this on our success.
But hey,
I mean, it's technically not. It would also show that we're, patronizing the
arts.
arena. Yeah, it makes sense.
We need to show confidence in something.
you're
Can I
wagering a
give-
small fortune.
Can I give silver to Jalissa to put a bet down for me as well?
Sure.
Are you betting on yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna bet on myself. Of course, I'm gonna bet on myself. D3, but I have resistance 2 for silver.
I have a resistance 1 to silver.
Beautiful.
Just,
All right.
I will pull out a small pouch and hand it to Jalissa.
Well, as the two of you secure your bets, you are free to take your places in the stand amongst thousands of other drunken, cheering onlookers. While Kestra and Syl, the two of you, follow the path down deeper into the where the fighters go. Pass by just dozens of these scarred, bloody, monstrously sized gladiators that just look at you with just pure fire. They don't know you, and any of them would absolutely love the chance to kill you. But still, you eventually hear the sound of what sounds like an organizer shouting off. Alright, hey, that one's still alive? You hear a solid kick. Ah, damn it. And toss him over, we'll let the midwives maybe see if they can salvage him. Alright, let's see, what do we got next? We need a duo. Who let them down? Can we help you?
You wanted a duo. You got a duo.
No, a fighting duo. I don't...
A fighting duo.
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
You're not here.
He's just having
He
flashbacks.
feels embarrassed.
It's that secondhand embarrassment. Oh
It's
god.
like, I feel a disturbance in the force.
Anyways.
Oh. Alright. Looks over towards the rest of the fighters. Dude, how much just asses? You want to see them get killed up there. That's... Alright. Turns towards the two of you. Can I get names?
Still.
Still. Got it.
Kestra.
Got it. Any special titles we needed to announce?
Order of the Midwives?
What are you doing in the arena?
I have free time.
And that's...
Kestra's gonna stifle a giggle at that comment, because...
There's still Order of the Midwives and
I'm
Kestra.
my name. Yep,
Kestra.
we're good.
The Kestra.
The
Oh,
Kestra.
really?
Yes.
Okay, fine,
Right.
Entertainment.
sure.
See the cleaning crew finally climb their way down into the ramparts, which is mostly just, mopping up any lost limbs, kind of resetting the arena. They hop down, dragging their buckets and their brooms. Alright, good to go, boss. Nods at them, nods at you. Well, good luck up there. Put on a show, and maybe we got some work for you in the future. You're brought to a lift. Feel it just jump to life, and chains start slowly pulling you up. Down here, the announcer's voice is very muffled. Can't quite catch the first part of what he's saying. By the time you are nearly breaching into the arena itself, here. And in this side, we have still of the Order of Midwives. Apparently, we have those in our number that can harm as well as heal. Should be amazing spectacle. And we have Kestra of the Nothing.
I'll take it.
Mysterious indeed.
That's fine.
Doesn't that sound kind of cool, though?
Sure.
Kestra of the Nothing.
Kestra pulls out a flask from her back hip and just takes a sip and holds it out to Syl. Do you want?
Oh, I don't drink.
Okay, cool. Another sip and puts it away. Oh, buddy.
Soon as the lift hits, you hear this music, just this heavy drum beat echoing through the arena. We're staring down two figures. About how tall would you say the two?
Syl is like a twig. He's very tall and very thin. Probably about 6'2".
Kestra's about 5'5".
So the shorter of the pair is about 2 feet taller than Kestra.
Oh shit.
Both of them are just covered in scars. One just has this long chain whip that's with spines almost like a rose just etched into it. The other
You
has
can
just
see them?
barbed wire just embedded in his fists.
Do we, the non-fighters, see them?
Oh yeah. You see your companions being lifted up into the pit.
Lore says under his breath, maybe we should have bet on the other people.
Maybe we should have a little more confidence, but we'll see.
Kestra's gonna look at Syl. Do you want ranged or melee?
Oh, quite good up close.
All right.
We are jumping into initiative. Those of you outside of the arena can still act. You can do things to try to influence the crowd, try to get people to rooting for your allies. But I'm going to leave it up to you. Who would like to go first?
May I? Yes. Okay.
Go for it.
I'm not gonna stop you. Go for it.
Well, I have very long legs, so, Syl, he very quickly glides over,
We're
and
at
he,
extreme range at the
okay, how, can I run up to them?
Yep. So you can move, which will bring you to ranged. And if you want to
Okay.
just full on dash, just the entirety of your turn is just head down sprinting, you could get into their faces.
Well, I think I'll go. Well, I don't have anything I can really do at range. So, but they may likely come right up to me. So, I'll simply go, most of the way, but not right up to them. And I just, just to get that initial movement in. But I think he'll also, you watch as his hands, the side of his face there's a series, they look like tattoos, but they're not. They've always been there. Just the entire left side of his body, like spider webs. And they around his hands, they start to fill in, and his fingers come a little more elongated, and the nails look much, much sharper as he kind of rushes up with a flourish. So, yes.
That's so cool.
You are basically sprinting, getting to within a decent range, but still holding off and just putting on this performance of like, come and get me.
Yes.
Alright. Kestra?
So I think, knowing that we have a ranged guy, I'm gonna try something, and I don't know if the game allows for it, but let's see. She's gonna take off the cloak she had on and like throw it to the side. She has ropes and the god axe. I want to basically, as I'm walking forward to join up with Syl, I want to tie the ropes to the axe so that I could potentially throw and pull it back if I need to.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, full prey.
Absolutely.
And it's red. It is blood red rope, her ceremonial rope that she has being abound.
So are you moving up kind of like right next to Syl, or are the two of you spreading out a little?
I'm going to spread out. I'm going to... so if Syl went forward straight, Kestra's going to angle sideways and tie up, and she's staring down the guy that's got the chains like, no,
Oh, yeah.
you're
The two of you
you're my guy.
just
Let's
locked
go.
eyes.
Yeah. Especially since I'm taking a melee and making it into a range. Like, it's like, no, you're a challenge. Let's go. And she's tying off the rope like securely onto the god axe as she's walking catty corner.
I mean, he seems to just kind of start this like circle pattern, same direction you're headed. And you can see he's almost like counting steps, just watching your feet. And when you get within range, he is just going to turn and just lightning quick, just lash out with the whip.
I'm assuming he's like 3 feet taller than me.
He's
Easy. Yeah.
For as lanky and tall as Syl is, that's him, but muscle.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh.
Quite the sight.
I'll remember all of these domains eventually.
Oh yeah.
Can
Oh,
it
yeah.
be low society?
I was gonna say, we both have low society. Let's go.
Let's go with a fight low society.
I have both. I get to roll 3d10s.
Yes.
So...
With
Whoa.
one difficulty because you are fighting trained fighters.
Okay, so does that take away a d10?
Takes away the highest one.
Oh,
So,
God.
yeah, you'll take your second highest.
So I rolled 2 1s and a 6.
Oof.
Oof. That's not good. That's not good at all.
No, it's not.
Nope.
With
Rest in
one,
peace.
that is a critical failure, so you are taking
Yup.
double stress. Do you have any blood stress armor?
Let's see. I have a +1 in blood resistance, and I have 2 armor.
Or yeah, blood resistance, yeah.
Yeah, I have 1
And you have
blood
armor.
2 in armor. Yeah. I'm wearing armor.
Natural 1 means you're double. Down to my dang character sheet.
Ow! He caught me off guard.
That's what we'll say. So you would be taking 6, but down to 3 because of the distance and
Actually,
armor.
Actually, because I screwed up so bad, I'm gonna use my Secret of Second Skin ability.
Ooh,
I take 1 stress.
nice.
I can only do that once per situation.
So, Kestra, you have 1 blood, and I can't possibly roll under 1, so there is no fallout.
Just kunk. Oh, hi. That sucked.
Immediately, it starts to wrap around you, and then he pulls it back, and it just rips.
That's
But
fine.
thankfully, you are fairly hardy, and your armor is apparently sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
Julissa, anything you'd like to do from the stands?
Yes. So I assume we're around other folks, right?
Tons of them.
Cool. She will lean towards a group that's near her, kind of away from Chlor, and be like, "These odds are very interesting, wouldn't you say? Who do you have your money on?"
Joking, right? There's 2 newcomers. They barely look like they know what they're doing in there. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yes, but if you bet on the newcomers and they end up winning, think of how much more you would get.
How about... Is there a skill you're trying to use specifically?
Compel? Maybe?
Let's go with the Compel Low Society.
Okay, I don't have low society, but I do have compel. That's 2d10.
I'm gonna throw a difficulty because she's positive that you're wrong.
This is not like an Elfir, right?
No. This is a Dark Elf.
So, since you did a difficulty, I took my second highest, right? Well, that's sad, because I rolled a 9 and a 2.
Oh,
Ah,
Dang it.
fudge.
Dice are not our friends today.
They're
Yeah.
never my
They-
friends, but...
They are also an enemy. They are to be respected.
She'd absolutely just start busting out laughing and just like start tapping other people's shoulders. Like, you believe this? Someone actually thinks, oh, this is rich,
Roar.
and just starts like spreading it around the crowd around you. So this is going to be. Do you have any mind resistance?
Resistance. Yes, I have 1 mind resistance.
Okay. Then you take nothing. Just shrug it off. It's fine. You know you're
Shit.
right.
Like, fine, I'm gonna make all the money. I'm gonna take all y'all's money.
Chlor.
Chlor is right there with Elisa. He heard the conversation. He's going to just interrupt the other person that didn't listen. And he's gonna be in a really stern and serious face. Gonna be like, "I believe you other people are wrong. Look at these new warriors. One is improvising a weapon. In the middle of the combat, you might think that is something that someone who wouldn't know what they're doing does, but I quite object to that. I see them as being resourceful. I do not know if they will win, but I have my hopes that they will, given that if they can improvise in such a way, what other tricks may they have under their sleeves? Strength is not always what wins in combat. You need a strategy. You need brains. I don't know if that's what the other warriors you are looking for the winners in have. They look more like brutes to me. I'm looking to see if he uses compel on that.
Yeah, I'd go with a Compel Low Society. Again, with 1 difficulty.
So how does that? In compel, I have the skill, and low society doesn't have. That's
Go
how does
2d10
that
and
roll?
take the lower roll.
So let's see. Okay, so 1d10.
2d10. Have Low Society.
Yeah.
Or compel,
So
you
the
have
first
compel.
d10. First is 2, and the next one is 3. Wow. And only 2 d10s?
Yep.
Is it? Yeah, 2
So-
and 3.
With the reinforced fact that the 2 of you are clearly new, you have no idea what you're talking about. there would just that like those jabs and that laughter that you kind of brushed off. Now hearing this, it's just gonna erupt into just full cackling. Do you have any mind resistance?
Yeah, he has 5, I believe. Yeah.
I don't think you have 5 mind resistance.
I don't think that's possible.
No. Well, it says resistance is mind 3, and then there was the characters in Sage. It has +2.
Oh,
He
What's
stacked
your
it.
what's your 3 from?
3 is from Bremis and Sage, and the other one is from the other Sage from the.
oh yeah, that's true. That's true. He does have a mind 5. Yeah.
Mine 5. He's stacked.
Oh, you don't care at all. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because resistance is +3 for mind from the missing stage, and you can get a +2 from your endurance.
The entirety of the rest of this fight, the two of you are going to catch jeers and laughter, and everyone is just generally mocking you, but the two of you sit unperturbed. You know you're right. Couldn't care less.
I
Well,
love this.
top of round 2. What you got?
Do it.
Oh, could I run up to the other one then?
Absolutely.
Okay, so he runs forward, his clothing kind of billowing, his silk robes, and he goes forward, and his hands, he's not ranged or anything, but he goes over, and with this beautiful grace, it's like he kind of slingshots like his fingers forward into the person. So yes,
Yeah,
I
let's
will
go.
fight.
Fight low society.
So that will be 4 dice for me as I roll with mastery for fighting with my hands.
At 1 difficulty, because they are trained fighters.
So I'll take this out of 4 then. That would be. Ooh. Oh my god. Why couldn't I have. That is so ridiculous. I rolled 4 fucking d10s.
What you got?
I rolled a 4, a 2, a 2, and a 1.
Oh no!
That is a failure with full stress. As you dive forward, and he just stands, just ready. At that last moment, takes one hand, grabs onto both of yours, reels back to the other, and just comes down with a barbed wire fist just in the back of the shoulder blades. Do you have
Ooh,
any
that hurts.
blood resistance?
I have +3 blood resistance.
You're taking nothing.
So he goes for it, but I kind of duck out of the way. Try to play it off like, oh, well, you tried.
1 second. Because I am now realizing that they physically can't hurt you. There-
Yes, welcome.
There is no way to win this fight, and I want to make sure that that's correct.
What?
Welcome.
Oh no.
I made a character. I told you I've been maxed, and you said,
No.
oh, how could you?
Well, you're
Not
gonna
at all.
survive this. I
I'm
might
just making
not.
sure.
Well, wait. I have armor 2 and blood 1. Does that mean I can survive this too?
I mean, they did crit, so rolling a 1.
Yeah. If they crit, it's gonna hurt. But like,
Theoretically, the dice could still on their extremes go certain ways.
I just love the fact that everybody's shocked that a midwife is on the field. Like, that's the part that I love.
Hi guys.
Yeah, I don't see
It
anything.
reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
The character of the professor, the
One
Teacher.
says,
Oh, I love going from healing people
Making sure I stay in business.
to I can heal you if I need to.
I can put you together and I can take you apart just as easily.
I have mastery for both.
yeah, I'm not going to spend any time looking at it. Yeah, they were physically too slow to hit you.
But let's see how long it takes.
He is going to, however, take that moment as you just roll out of it, just look at you, kind of head cocked to the side, and just bellow out, I thought they'd give us fighters, not dancers.
You can't beat a dancer?
Oh.
These aren't even worth our time. Get them out of here.
Ooh,
Bird.
I didn't know cowards were
Cowards.
allowed in here.
They're gonna call on the fact that the crowd is handedly in their favor. I think that still technically would fall under fight. No, I'll leave it up to you. The fact that the crowd is now starting to boo. What skill would you say that you would use to counteract that, to show that, no, clearly this guy's full of shit, he's just annoyed that he can't hit me? What skill would you say that falls under?
Personally, yes, for Sil, he would do some show of his ability to fight, his ability to
Yeah, that's what I feel.
do that.
Yep.
Should I roll that?
Let's go fight commerce, because now people's the fact that people have so much money on this, it's heavily weighing their influence. No difficulty for this.
Okay. Okay. What is that gonna be? Okay. Oh, am I rolling? So I get mastery with my weapon. Can I use that still?
How would you use your weapon in the moment?
Well, kind of with a show of my hands, and I guess like inching forward with them towards them, kind of taunting them with my weapon.
Sure, yeah.
8.
Yeah. There's a moment where the crowd starts to turn, and then you just go back at it. Don't give people time to already decide that this fight isn't worth watching. Kestra.
I mean, if I can close the distance, I'll get in that ranged guy's face. because
Absolutely.
Ranged weapons don't work when you got somebody right up on top of you.
Yeah.
So
Two of you
I'll close his
immediately
wing.
close in.
Yep. So fight low.
Yep.
Cool. And that's a 7.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna go for that upper thigh hip area. It's like, don't think we can fight, huh? Chunk right into his thigh.
Success at a cost.
And whatever resistance you have would stop anything that he tried to do back at you. Simply too slow to hit you.
As I said, root.
Castor, roll your damage.
Oh.
I mean,
Shit, right.
I'm not too worried. This fight is not going to last very long.
Okay. I'll say I got a 2 on the
Sure.
D6. So. If it matters.
It doesn't. Jalissa.
Yeah, yes. I think she's just going to I mean, obviously at this point she doesn't think she can turn the crowd in her favor. Fine, whatever. She's going to look around the crowd and look for people who might be of higher status. Who they might not maybe be as vocal as some of the lower caste, if you want to say. So they might be, I don't know, watching more intently than some of the other folks.
We're in the red row right now. Someone of high status wouldn't be.
You could try and see the sisters, because we don't know exactly
That's a
where
good
they are
call.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I meant by, like, not like the common, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay.
There
yeah.
are bosses that run this area, so yeah, you could be
Yeah.
The
checking
ones
out
in
which.
charge.
How about a investigate? Not a low society investigate.
Good, that's a 1d10. Fantastic.
You got it. You got this. You got this.
Why can't we go to the high society places, y'all? I got a 5.
Okay. With the hundreds to thousands of people that fill this place daily, it's a bit of a task. Find anyone, any specific individual. What are you doing outside of just looking?
Let's think. She'll be also. The crowd around her is still pretty kind of unruly, right?
Absolutely.
So she's just going to kind of tap Clore's shoulder and just kind of give a nod to him to let her know that she's just going to start kind of wandering around. Try to like go down some of the aisles or, you know, more open spaces to get different views.
I think as you're so focused on the crowd, trying to point out, trying to find specific faces in just a sea of people, what is something on you that would be easily within reach that you might not notice at first if it's removed?
Uh-oh.
Just... She has her concealable dagger that's like underneath her cloak, but it's like on the back of her like belt. So that would probably be something easily removed without her noticing.
Yeah. You kind of get bumped into as the drunken people around you are unruly, and you kind of feel back where the dagger was. Nothing there.
Dang it.
Four. What you got?
Clore, seeing that she goes away, he decides to stay right where he was, just looking at the fight for a little while, then just looking around, trying to see if there's anyone who, just in case, is acting a little bit out of the ordinary. Maybe there's somebody here who's maybe not supposed to be here, and he would like to just keep an eye out for that, just in case. Maybe they know of the sisters, maybe they are the sisters, who knows. And he just wants to have that in mind, just look around for anybody who sticks out, per se.
Let's go investigate crime.
Investigate and crime?
Crime, yeah.
So I have 1 to investigate, none on crime. So that's how many?
No, 2d10. Always get 1d10 no matter what, but for every one of the skill or domains that you're proficient in, you get an extra d10.
So it's a 6 and a 10.
Beautiful.
Hey.
As the fight progresses on, your companions candidly dancing around these hulking figures. You see, at one point, at kind of one of the more raised platforms. What has been entirely empty seating now has a trio of individuals sitting there, each with these almost jester-like masks on their face, just staring down at this fight.
Fascinating. Does he see Jalisa nearby, or has he gone away far enough?
I think Jalisa took a stroll.
Yeah, like I yeah. He's gonna stay there, just keeping an eye out to these new figures that just made the scene. He's trying to not. He's trying to keep an eye on the fight, but he wants to keep the new figures eh, en la vista. ¿Cómo se diría?
As-
I
In your
hate it when
view.
I know
In your
in
view.
view. Yeah, in view, so he may not be paying attention at our two fighters that much.
As to not make the two of you roll for another 4 rounds while you chip them away to death, we're gonna fast forward.
We're built for this, baby.
Apparently,
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Mm-hmm.
the fight is eventually called as the two of them just feed profusely, both still just furious, taking swipes out, maybe occasionally catching a lucky glance, but it's not enough to slow you down. Certainly not enough to bring you down. The announcer eventually calls, "Enough! Enough! Enough!" It looks like we have no choice but to claim our newcomers as the victors. It's the figures you've been fighting just I'd like try not just to collapse their knees from blood loss. Well done indeed. What's that? Really? That was Syl and there's nothing here. Kestra of nothing. Syl of the Order of Midwives and Kestra of nothing. My apologies. Would the two of you perhaps head to the upper ring? Your presence is requested. There'd be lukewarm cheering at the best. Two individuals
I told you!
above everyone else.
I want to know how much Chlor made off of us because a small fortune.
You have a chit of D6, which means you can sell it.
Nice.
That's a D3 for the others of you. This
Nice.
is basically treasure with the value of a D6 or a D3. At this time, two of you are escorted up to the upper rings. Companions, Chlor and Jalissa, you'd see them be escorted to an elevator, start their ascent up if you'd like to quickly try to make your way through the crowd to join.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Beautiful. Then I think with that, we can hop to a quick break. Give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, and we'll come back in just a minute. Second half. The introductory game here to Spire, the City Must Fall. Stacy and everybody. And welcome back. Where we left off, our heroes had handedly thrashed some very talented gladiatorial fighters and have now been invited into upper echelons of the arena, hopefully to discuss business. The others in the crowd sort of just kind of squeezed their way through the drunken onlookers and eventually joined our companions. The lift finally reaches the top. You're being just stared at by about a dozen mercenaries, all weapons tucked away but ready to reach should they need it. And you hear a trio of applause just ringing out this otherwise very dark, surprisingly empty level. Guards all just step to the side. See those three same figures with those jester-like masks. One happy, one sad, one split. It was certainly something, wasn't it, sister? Oh, yes, yes, it was. Very entertaining. We usually get such brutes. Never the agile or the flickering flame. Right, sister? Oh, yes, sister, of course. Love new blood. You two weren't in the arena. What are you doing? We didn't invite
come
them,
with
did we,
them.
sister? No, sister.
We come with them.
We are their companions.
Why do they keep such companions, sister? Do not know. Don't look like they could survive a fight.
Do none of your fighters have managers?
But they need managing. They know how to fight. That's all you need.
No, I would disagree with that.
The guards around you, like hands start going to weapons. But the sisters just hold. No, no. Do enlighten us. How should we be running things?
Oh, you see, not everything needs to be punched away. Some things can be solved diplomatically, while others can be arranged so that the fight is fair, as some might want it, although not everything it can be fair. You can add some dirty little tricks here and there if it's alright by everyone. But you see, are good with their fist to punch away things. Some might need to organize things on a more academic matter. Wouldn't you agree, Jellies?
Yes.
Or would you roll a... Let's go with a compel crime.
Compel crime, so that's two.
So,
Two tens, right?
do you have dots in both?
No, I have only on one on compel.
Yeah, 2d10s.
9 and 3.
Hey.
Oh. Just look between each other. Perhaps, sisters, we are in the wrong business. You hear fighting fair. That doesn't sound like us at all. Fighting with our words? Sounds so boring. Not fun to watch at all, is it, sister? No, no. But even as they're talking, all's just letting out these low giggles. They, at the very least, seem to find humorous, which is good. Humor is entertaining. But enough from the managers. We want to hear from the champions, don't we, sister? What are you doing down here?
Well, I hope we could provide ample entertainment. Mm,
Entertainment?
We,
Yes.
yes, yes. We The reason that we are here is, well, actually, I believe to see you. So this is a great arrangement. Yes.
You have seen
Wouldn't you agree,
us.
Kester?
Yes.
Now what? He said, Kestra, of nothing. That's interesting. How can you be of nothing?
More of a nothing of importance.
Everything is important. If you're not important, we're not worth our time.
Yet I
Nothing
think
of-
I proved that wrong by putting my axe in your man's thigh.
What Kester means in this sense is nothing of import to those high above, but we're here because of some of the information that you were making very clear you had in some sense. Bragging about, some might say.
They're of the shadows. They sisters. Yes, yes, I believe they are. Little wiggling worms that like to delve into the rotting meat of the spire, carve away the corruption, rot. Yes, I believe. Would like this information, yes?
Yes.
What would you do for us for it?
Besides
not-
the great amount of entertainment we just provided.
That bought you an audience.
I look at you, listen, Chloe.
Help me.
I don't know.
You
Don't
seem
look at me that
to
way.
you desire entertainment above all, yes? Or is there something else that you would rather have?
Entertainment is everything.
Could do quite a great deal if it would be certainly useful to us.
Perhaps you give us what we want, and if it is all right with my companions here, they can put on a better show for you against the ones who are better suited to go up against them. Not
Or
the
any other things you'd have us do. Yeah.
I mean, I'm always up for an encore.
Julyssa's just like, hey, do you have any, like, super murder assassins that I can send my two guys to fight?
Or,
Oh,
like a
anything
big,
else
big
too.
monstrous beastie that we can try and slay in your arena. Let's rock,
Or anything else, maybe.
Alyssa said, oh, there's a bus? Push.
I did say with their agreement, wasn't just gonna throw them to the wolves.
Oh, come on. It's on brand. It's fine.
I mean, one of the core tenets of this game is that your friends and family will sell you out
Right.
immediately, at a moment's notice.
Sell you for a loaf of bread. Shove.
Well, perhaps, do you think, sisters, that maybe they could solve our problem? It's interesting, sister. Perhaps.
Problem. What sort of problem are the sisters having?
We have a range of skills.
We have a thorn. A thorn that can be pulled. We can't pull. Our hands are tied. But one such as yourselves, you don't care for disturbing the balance. Or chaos.
It's not too loud.
In fact, I hope no one hears of it ever. I hope this is the last we talk of it. Help us disappear.
With the information, of course.
You're being stifled. Held back from our potential. what the Red Row could be.
One shouldn't stifle such entertainment as yours.
Have you met the Mother
Indeed.
Moon?
We?
I would lean towards no, unless any of you have spent a lot of time in the Red Row.
Nope.
No.
I've spent a lot of time healing people.
Probably would have heard at least of Mother Moon. Figure that actually runs this district, while the sisters are allowed to control the arena. Mother Moon is the one that overall pulls the strings.
Yes, the puppeteer.
Puppets. We are all puppets, aren't we, sister? All of us. But we deserve our strings cut.
Ooh.
Need to send a message to our dear mother. Tell her that we are ready to. She's not going to like this. No, she's not. Oh. So perhaps the most vile of messages need to be sent. Think you can handle that?
So to clarify, you're wanting Mother Moon. Is that
Clarify what?
so? Kestra makes the thumb across the neck motion. Is that's your message to Mother Moon? Just clarifying.
That's the message you
there
feel
another-
needs to be sent.
Or is there another particular person of interest that Mother Moon cares about more?
Once you meet her, you'll understand. She only accepts certain messages. She'll only understand certain messages. Unless maybe you can talk your way out of it. Looks over at Clore.
That's perhaps an option. Yes.
All three of them would again erupt into giggles. Yes, of course it's an option, right, sisters? Yes. Talking.
Well, I'm
If-
going
It
to
is
good
what
at
we are
figuring
doing
out
right
what.
now, after all.
If Mother Moon is no longer around, would there not be a power vacuum within the Red Row? Is that what you are hoping for, or are you merely hoping for her to not interfere with you as much?
There would be death, yes. Those in her ranks would fight. But it would be for naught. We are already set to take over. Already set to pull the strings ourselves. We would just have to let the strings untangle themselves for a while.
GM.
Mhm.
I have an ability called Protector's Eye, which means once per situation, I can ask the GM what a particular NPC wishes to protect above all else. Could I use that for the Mother Moon, or would you prefer me to only use it when I'm near an NPC?
I think you could probably do enough digging that, yeah, you could find this information out without being in their face.
Then I ask the GM
Yeah,
what Mother Moon would wish to protect above all else.
her power, her position, Red Rose. So thank you for the raid. Hi everybody, we're playing Spire, the city must fall because we want chaos and we want it to burn down. Anarchy.
Violence!
Talking!
Talking!
Call of violence from a talking character. Yeah.
But yes, protecting her power is what she, above anything else, would want.
You are asking a lofty goal, A very, very lofty goal indeed. I hope. Well, the information must be worth it.
Unless you're not capable. Maybe they aren't the ones, sisters.
Oh, we never said anything about being incapable. We are merely saying that we do not wish to be used as pawns to take care of your dirty business if there's nothing worth it in it for us.
Yes.
Would the destruction half the Spire be of interest to you?
Possibly, indeed, yes.
Removal of anything not Elfir of the Spire be of interest to you?
Actually, we are looking to remove them specifically.
Oh, we know who you are.
I know, but you said not the Elfir. We're looking to remove them.
But I believe the sisters are saying that the Alfir want to remove us.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that might be of interest to you.
Perhaps.
Then
Yes.
we are in agreement. We have something you need. You have an ability to cut strings and to send a message. Each of them would hold out a hand, pulling off their just like perfectly form-fitting but just gaudily colored gloves. It's just like streaks of red polka dot mixed with like splotches of green patches. Their entire ensemble is just if two clowns fused together. They pull off a glove each, take out a small blade, cut their hands open, and hold them out to you.
Oh.
Do we have a deal?
Jalissa will look at the others.
Still nods.
Doing blood packs. Okay.
Jalissa would go for her knife, her dagger, realize it's not there, but oh, can't.
Kestra will hold out her god blade. Need a hand? There you go.
Just cut everyone's palms with the god blade.
I mean, seriously, the blade is long enough. We can all cut our hands at the same time. She'll just hold it out.
I
forever.
just use my nail.
Oh yeah, you've got your nails. You're fine.
Yeah.
For
One.
the others though, because I know Clore doesn't have a weapon here.
Well, there's only 3 of them to shake hands, so
They would
I
basically
guess only
take
3 of us.
each of your hands.
They want to do it to everybody.
That's moment of stinging, like feeling just 1,000 tiny needles in the palm of your hand before it relents, and your palms are healed.
Is there a thing to roll to know what just happened, other than what might be
You
obvious?
just made a promise.
Okay, so that
Magic.
happens every time. Okay.
To those practiced in the occult of blood magic, yes.
I could do it too.
See, nothing to worry about.
Uh-huh.
It's fine.
That's fine.
Why would you worry about anything I can do?
I'm not worried about you.
Just a little bit.
Then it's done. His sisters. We're very, very excited to not hear from you. Although, should you decide to stop by again, as old friends do, right, sisters? We love visits from old friends. Then we can sit and chat over tea and discuss the goings-ons in the spire above us.
Lovely.
Yes, indeed. But you can escort them out. Our friends are leaving. They'll turn and again just bust out into giggled laughter. They just merrily skip their way back to the...
Guess we have a moon to catch.
Here's that way.
I think it would be
Yes.
difficult to find anything other than, well, this person, she values her power over everything, and they wish to take it down, which could involve perhaps not hurting her, but finding if there's any dissenters in those who work for her.
Be a place to start.
Causing distrust in those around her.
But I feel that we need to do this quickly. If the sisters, what they hint at is true, then we do not know how much time we have left for that before that takes place.
The entire situation.
I mean, would I suppose I wouldn't put it past them, but it would not make the most sense to ask us such a lofty vision in a short amount of time, though. There's no reason to dilly-dally. No.
No. It would be entertaining to them either way, whether we succeed or fail.
Mm, I suppose so. Yes, yes. Well, I suppose first we should get an idea of whom exactly would work directly under her.
Yeah. Like to take the reins of this investigation?
Assume this is probably low society type stuff.
Definitely.
Not
Sorry.
me.
Well, no.
No, I'm good.
I would actually call this crime.
Oh,
I have crime.
No.
Lord, do you have crime?
No, I only have investigate.
Well,
Sil, you got
Academia,
crime?
and occult and technology.
I would call this investigate crime.
I don't have investigate, but I got crime, so I'd have 2d10. Anybody else? Please.
I have investigate.
But not crime.
I have
Not crime.
compel. I can compel you.
I can compel investigate.
Tell
also.
you to do better.
I can also resist.
I also have a knack, don't I?
Do you have a knack? In what?
Yeah, I'm supposed to have a knack, because
Because you
Sage is
investigate
academia.
twice.
No, academia.
You have a knack in
Sage,
academia.
and also
Oh, okay, you
yeah,
have a
a
knack
knack in
academia.
academia.
Okay.
So yeah, whoever wants to
something.
roll, whichever you, I guess it's just 2d10.
We're both 2d10.
I don't
for
think
charisma.
anyone can get higher than a 2d10
Yeah.
on this, so
Oh,
no.
you
do you
just gotta try your best.
Do you want to do it, Clark?
Yep.
Go for
Go
it.
ahead. 4 and 5.
Okay. It could be worse. Could be better.
Mm-hmm.
As you are asking around, trying to discreetly worm your way into whatever external businesses that the Mother Moon might be dealing with. You find a small syndicate. Looks like they're dealing in some illicit substances. That's through a friend of a friend are able to arrange this meeting. Only to find that as you get there, as you are ready to deal with whatever small-time criminal might be in charge here, instead you find a small cadre of mercenaries. Give some advice, friend, as they just kind of start circling the alley that you've been led down. You're digging into business where you shouldn't be. It's dangerous. People disappear. And now we know that you have friends. They might even be nearby. Maybe they're just waiting because you expected an ambush. Better hope they get here quick. And I would ask where the rest of you would be. As you know that Clore was invited to some very dark, very sus meeting.
Would he have been told to go alone?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Oh, crap. Okay.
It's not going to stop you from being nearby, however.
Would Jalissa have had time to get another dagger?
Yes, I would say so.
Cool, I want a dagger. Jalissa would be nearby, blending in with the locals or, hiding in the shadows, being not necessarily like super hidden, but seen but unnoticed kind of thing.
Would you roll Compel Commerce, dagger?
Yes. Make sure I do have Compel, I don't have Commerce. That is a 10.
Beautiful. Yeah. You pick it up for so cheap that it's basically just pocket change.
Well, especially after I won at the one big.
Hey, one question.
Yep.
In Burmesian, Burmesian, I don't know how to pronounce it. Burmesian Sage, it says that Obsessive Researcher gives me a knack on any skill or domain, even if I don't normally have access to the skill or domain.
Let's check it out.
How often?
At the start of each session.
Oh, did you choose it?
You pick one?
Yeah, you pick one at the start of
For
each
abilities.
session.
I haven't chosen any. I hadn't.
Then choose it.
Yeah. What would you like to choose?
Could be them. Now that we have the benefit of hindsight.
You won't be able to go back and add a die, but moving forward,
No.
you'll have that knack.
But what would be good to add it to?
Crime? Low.
You have low society?
Sneak?
Yeah.
Low society?
Crime. Investigate. One of
society
the
or
ones you don't
crime.
have.
Basically, a lot of things. Let's go with. Watch.
I'll give you time to think about it.
Yeah, let's go on. I'll think about it in the.
Okay. Well, Syl, Kestra, Alyssa, you know that Laura was asked to come alone. But that doesn't mean that you still couldn't be nearby. So, where would you like to be?
Well, Jalissa's hiding in plain sight, right?
Yes.
I feel like I would try to do the same, but she's probably better at it than I am.
Fair enough. Still? Same thing?
Yes, I don't really hide that much. I'm somewhat in the area. I'm just tall enough to make sure that they're not being killed.
Well, they're about to be killed.
Flora is, at least.
You are all close enough that you could immediately, rush in, maybe one round of combat in, and get to your companion's side. But, Lore, as he said this, their weapons are drawn, and they immediately just charge towards you. What would you like to do?
Run.
Yeah. Run, Barry, run. He's gonna find a way to. I remember you said they were surrounding them.
So you take 3 stress to your reputation. First off.
Oh.
And I need to roll a d10. That's a 2! We get to see the Fallout mechanic! Hey. Yeah. So that, never mind, you can immediately remove that 3 stress to your reputation.
Happened?
So I roll a d10 whenever you take stress to any of your resistances. If I roll under the amount of stress that you currently have, then you get a fallout. This is an injury, basically. Right now, this is an injury to your reputation. Which I feel is very, very appropriate, in being that you are just so angry at this situation, so just ready to be done with it, that causes slip and carelessness, leading to this situation where you're allowed to be put into an ambush and potentially killed. So never mind, you don't have to mark any. I'm keeping track of your reputation anyways. But you have a minor fallout of lashing out.
What was that? What did that do?
Nothing, it just led you into this situation.
Oh.
But as you are being charged by multiple goons with weapons, what would you like to do?
Run.
Just turn and just bolt.
Just bolted out of there.
Alright. I don't believe that falls under fight. Because you are technically, specifically, not fighting.
That might be resist.
You read my mind. I think low society resist.
That's just one detain in this case.
And
One.
Oh gosh.
Might have to use an ability around here.
you turn to just immediately bolt, seeing that they have fully surround you, and a blade just comes up into your abdomen as you charge towards them. Do you have any extra blood resistance, or do you just have the mind
Don't.
resistance?
Mind and shadow, that's the only resistances.
That is, I believe you add the stress from failing, which is doubled because of a 1, and then the stress from their weapon on top of that, which would be a total of 9 blood stress.
Oh. God.
And I immediately, I roll a d10. I have to roll under 9, which I did.
I
This-
might take. So once per session, when an ally takes fallout,
Mhm.
I can take it. So I might do
Hmm.
that. But I can hear what it is first. I think.
Probably a good idea.
Well, this is severe because it's a 9 or higher. I think the most straightforward answer is the right one here. You are dying.
I think
You either immediately choose to do something useful before you die, which would give you 1 action, and then death, or you can desperately hang on to life.
Take that fallout. I'll use my martyr ability.
Ooh, what does Martyr do?
Once per session, when an ally takes fallout, I appear nearby so long as it would be even slightly feasible for me to
Absolutely.
do so. They ignore the effects of the fallout, and I take a d6 stress to an appropriate resistance instead.
Absolutely.
So I'm not necessarily dying, but I will take a d6 to whatever resistance would be appropriate in this scenario. I can only do this once per session, so
So you take 4
No
stress
one
to your
else
blood.
die.
4 stress in my blood. Okay.
Hey,
As
you're not
this-
dying.
Dagger starts just going up towards your rib cage, and you are just shoved to the side as Syl takes a brunt of the blow instead. Still, you are now in the mix of it. I think you're probably up next.
Okay.
Oh god, it wouldn't have been 9. That would have been 14 stress. You get an extra 1 for every additional enemy you're facing.
Yep.
dude.
So there's 5 people in this alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
good to know.
Hoop is going from the easy fight to I'm just killing everyone now.
Multiple natural ones just made the situation worse and worse and worse.
TPK.
So, what does anything change about this? What happened there?
I mean, Clore is now knocked to the side, now has a clear escape path should he decide to start running again, but you are now at the center of their ire.
Okay, just wanted to check. Okay, yes.
Oh, I need to roll for your own fallout.
I don't get, or I mean,
Because you took 4, so I have to roll under a 4, which of course I rolled a 1, but I think that's just a minor fallout, yeah. Let's go with bleeding. Until you get proper medical care, each time you make an action, mark 1 stress against blood before you roll the die. But because you did get a
Okay.
minor fallout, reduce your blood stress by 3. So we are down to only 1 blood stress.
oh,
And bleeding. So please, what would you like to do?
oh my, hey, everyone watching, Hoop just loves to give me bleeding in
Well, when you take
Heart, the City Beneath, and Spire games.
a
Apparently.
dagger to the rib cage, it makes sense.
No, it makes sense. It's just, last time I got my arm cut off. This time it gets stayed all okay. So I'm just writing down my fallout. So 1 blood stress per action.
Yep.
Okay.
Means you'll immediately take 1 and bump it to 2 as soon as you start your turn.
Yeah. What should I do, guys? Let's see. I could remove stress from someone, but I'd be taking stress as a result of it. Or I
You're
could
already
just
taking stress. Don't do it to yourself.
I have an ability called Martyr.
I know.
And I also refresh on Defend the Defenseless.
Flora's pretty
Would that
defenseless.
count?
Say that. Does that trigger with
Are we actively
I believe refresh takes time of being able to sit and rest and do.
Things go on without you.
imparted by narratively? In a court, you can refresh by acting in accordance with your character's refresh action.
Spending time to do something that would remove stress, like going out and, stopping people
That's
from being
one
robbed.
of the ways. That's one of the 3 ways. The second way is just by refreshing and acting accordance to your character's refresh action.
Sure, we'll go with the D3. Why not?
Oh, thanks. Do you roll that or me?
Gotcha.
Okay, thanks. All right. Can I know what I'm at then?
What? Assuming that
Okay.
you're about to take an action, you'll be at 1 because the refresh brought you
Yeah.
to 0.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, I don't think it would have because I took 1 stress and then I have my resistance slots, so
Which
it would like.
all of the resistance got removed in the gladiator fight.
Yeah, so wouldn't it? Couldn't I refresh like a slot or 2 of that?
That's a great question.
That's just because it just gives me extra 1, so I would.
I think in order to do that, you would have to be at 0 stress naturally, and then start filling your free slots.
Great. Well then, just keeping track of stuff. Because a lot of my
gotcha.
stuff is related to blood resistance. So
like you do?
yeah. Oh, is this low society?
Are you fighting?
I'm trying to decide.
Depending on what
Count,
you're
there's
doing.
4 people. There's like at least 4 people.
Yeah.
5.
5.
Depending on what you're doing,
Should
I
we
would say
take them?
fight crime, but if you're trying to do something other than fighting, it certainly could fall under low society.
I mean, I'm gonna come running down that alleyway when it's my turn. Just let
It's
you
a
know.
big ol' axe.
Yeah, pretty much. I've got the rope still attached to it. It's gonna supersede me as I run down the alleyway.
Uh, guess I'll fight.
Do it. Let's
But
say
I
a
don't have
fight crime.
And I will mark D3 stress to blood to roll with mastery when using my Hands of the Mother for the rest of the situation.
Got you. You're now 2 blood.
Okay. Because I don't have crime, so I want to give myself some advantage.
Still up to 3 dice.
Seven.
7. Beautiful.
And I can roll damage?
Yeah, please do.
4 points.
That'll take one of them out.
Nice.
These
I
aren't
just-
trained mercenaries like you fought in the arena. These are just mooks.
Yeah, I take the brunt of that dagger and then I just kind of slash forward with my hands.
I'll say that since that was success at a cost, like the dagger's already kind of embedded up in your rib cage, but you see that opening, just dive forward, just shoving yourself further onto the dagger.
I probably take it out or try to, and that's not always the good thing to do.
Then rip it out, causing an immense amount of pain, but then stabbing him with his own dagger. I am rolling 1s for everything, so you're up to 3 blood.
I'm not complaining.
Which I guess I'd also roll.
Must be careful.
I rolled a 3. That was almost a fallout, but no, not quite. I mean, as you cut down that one, just stabbing down again and again, you can hear the others with their, short swords drawn, coming to just dogpile you with blades. How would you feel about a low society resist?
Got some of that.
Also, thank you for the follow, JP Fox. I can appreciate it.
Nine.
9. That is just a flat
Nice.
success.
Hey, one question. Do fate points work?
Yeah.
Because I think I...
Yeah, we have 1 fate point sitting.
Yeah.
if we need to use it.
Oh, I did. An hour ago, I missed that. We do have one for Syl Orchestra.
We'll see.
But Syl, you don't need it. You just dart to the
Well, I
side.
could have used it a moment ago, but don't need it right now.
Evading now, just backed up against walls. The rest of them just weapons out, just start circling you. Orchestra, charging in.
Oh yeah, like I said, the rope is still around the axe. The axe is going down the alleyway, and Kestra is gonna follow it.
Oh, it's
So fight low.
fight crime with one
Right.
difficulty because an axe is not meant to. An axe of this size
I know,
is not meant
I'm
to be
getting
thrown.
creative. I'm getting creative.
But I love
I
it.
have fight and crime, but I have the nags, so I roll 2 dice.
It's 3 dice, but you just take the middle one instead of the
The
highest
middle.
one.
Okay, let's see. That is a 6.
I believe that is still a success.
So Syl you hear that oh as the blade goes flying over your shoulder and just connects with a guy coming at you. And you see the rope kind of trailing behind it and Kestra just booking it down the alleyway, collecting the rope as she goes.
I'll say that because it was success at a cost, the axe hits. Feel free to roll your damage.
Yep.
That momentum continues to carry you. Feel the rope go tight, and then suddenly it's slack and loose.
That is 6.
That is
That is
a
a-
dead guy.
That's a dead guy.
But now your axe is buried in him, who just,
That's fine.
flew back a good 2 or 3 feet.
That's fine. And she chucks it. You have the audacity to attack a sage, and just
All right. If you're still too far away, they can't get to you. Alyssa.
Not a fighter. Let's see. Does anyone else around seem to be reacting to these
They are
noises coming from
specifically
this
like,
alley?
oh, I don't see nothing.
Great.
Oh, question. Would that be considering bringing criminal to justice?
I don't know that killing a man in an alleyway with a flying axe counts as
He's a
justice.
shady guy. He's a shady guy.
It's justice for me.
I had to ask.
No, you're fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do anyway.
You could also just kind of slip into the shadows like, I'm not here, I don't know them.
I'm not associated with them. They're not my friends. It's fine.
Or you could be like, oh my gosh, look what the Mother's Moon people are doing here. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Start some rumors, baby.
Most people around you very well understand what's happening right now, and they're actively just going about their business.
Nope.
Like, I don't see this.
Mhm.
I don't know what's happening. I'm going this way.
Can't see, I can't hear.
And these were supposed to be people that were supposed to give Clore information
Correct.
about.
Yeah.
I am going to like kind of glance down the alleyway and look around and see if there's anyone or like in the area who's not being like, oh, like see if there's anyone taking a particular interest.
Ooh.
Like I don't know, like a boss lord or something who's directing the minions.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go with Low Society Investigate.
Right. None of those.
So sorry.
That's a 4. This character was not built to go in this district.
Yeah.
That is a 4.
So, I'm actually going to hold off. That your roll, it is a failure. You can just look around. You can see that not only are people actively avoiding looking down the alleyway, but you're just a tad too conspicuous, and you're starting to get looks from people. I'm not going to tell you what's the fallout is from that. No, not fallout, because that's an actual mechanic in the game. What's the downside of that roll is, but you'll find out very soon.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excited. Okay.
All right. I think that does it. Lord.
Okay, so one of the core abilities is the back door. As once per session, you can find the entrance to the vault, no matter where you are in the Spire.
Ooh.
Does that mean I can open one right now?
You throw open a door and plunge through it into a twisted, metallic nightmare. Oh. Once per session, you can find an entrance to the vault no matter where you are in the Spire. Whether it was there before or you started looking for it remains unclear. Inside, you'll find a collection of strange items and peculiar books, many of which relate or come from alternate histories, and some of which tell the truth. Any non-stage character who enters the vault should roll resist plus occult or suffer mind stress.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, down this alleyway, there's a door that wasn't there a moment ago, or maybe it was and just no one ever noticed it. You're able to just reach up, grab it, fling it open, and dive through.
If anybody follows me, welcome to come in. Just suffer the consequences. Just goes in there, just out of trouble.
As you are starting to leave, one of them is going to just reach out, just try to grab onto your leg and yank you back. Let's go with the resist crime.
How does that do?
Do you always get your D10? Do you have proficiency in resist?
Exactly in resist, no.
And anything in crime?
No,
So it's just a D10.
just a D10. That's a 10.
Hey! You
Finally!
tumble through the door, no problem. You are safe.
You, man.
We'll jump to Kestra.
Well, my axe isn't a dead guy.
Mhm.
So I will clear the distance to said dead guy, retrieve my axe, and if I can strike, I'll strike. If not, I'll just be ready for them to try and hit me.
See, one of them, like, seeing his companion just get impaled by an axe, has flipped around, sees you charging, and is absolutely going to try to intercept. You
Okay.
can either bowl through and go with resist, or take a moment to stop, defend yourself, and then try to get to your axe.
Okay, so it's either resist or fight.
Yep.
Okay, and is it still low society?
Still crime.
So crime. God, no, I have both, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I will stop, and so, like he's gonna like slide in and block my distance. It's like, and she'll just post up like just
Yeah,
bet. Let's go.
go for it.
So, any disadvantages? Cool.
They're just mooks.
That is a 9.
Absolutely. Brawling is just one stress, but just one solid haymaker is enough to just rock him back. You can
Yep.
just slip past, grab the axe.
And then I will turn and ready for him to turn back around because I'm assuming he's a little offended by getting punched in the face by a girl.
A little bit.
So let's go.
If you'd like to continue your assault with another attack, by all means.
Oh yeah, totally. I'll fight him totally. That is a 10
You could roll it if you want to, but
for another 6.
almost 3 times over cut down.
There's one guy left. How's he feeling?
Still, the last remaining guy who was still in your face, like pulling the blade out, just looks around. Oh, to hell with this. Just stands up, just holding the hands up, like, whatever. Killing us isn't gonna do anything. It's just painting a bigger target on you.
Well, it was either you or us.
Your friend there made it you. Didn't have to be this way. You're digging into something that's way more dangerous than I think you realize.
We don't know where Chlor is, right?
There's an open door to another dimension just 3 feet to your left.
It's right there. It's open. Anybody can come in.
But did I hear something about people who aren't part of your sages going in there?
Yeah. I think there was a warning shouted out of, you can follow me, but it's gonna hurt your brain.
Much info.
What do you think we've gotten ourselves into?
Pickle.
I
Not
think,
talking to you, Chloe.
I think you got conned into a fight that you shouldn't be in. You're not the
Makes you
first
think we
ones
shouldn't
either.
be in- No. Hmm. Well, I don't start fights that I don't intend to finish. In some way, shape, or form.
Didn't start this either. Friend over there did.
In what way?
Just said, doing digging into matters that are going to get you killed.
And then I asked what those matters were, and you said, oh, it's too big for you, and you shouldn't be in this fight. And then I said, well, I start, and then we're just going in circles now. Mm.
Kill me if you need
This
to.
is-
Let's get this over with.
Well, I don't see why I should. Is there a reason we should?
I'm gonna make sure
Casper?
that we hunt you down.
Who's we?
Gestures towards the dead companions. You think that the good Mother Moon doesn't know when the ants are looking to overthrow the queen?
Don't understand any of this doublespeak. I really am just. Why am I the one talking?
Because you got stabbed. It's the rite of passage. You get stabbed. You know, you get to have banter. Whoever paid you to
No
look
jutsu.
into Mother Moon, whoever it is, I'm not gonna ask. I don't really care. They did so knowing that you were probably gonna die.
I would die for my cause.
Holds his hands up like, let's go, let's do this.
But why should I kill you if you know things?
Don't kill me. Maybe we'll sit down, we'll have tea. How's that sound? We'll make some sandwiches. Maybe we can get married. How does that sound? Whatever your reasoning for being here is, for getting into a war, better make sure that you actually want to be here.
I do want to be here. What do you think, Kestra?
I'm not very good with words either. This is a very poor conversation, and I'm gonna walk down and find Jalissa. Like, I need somebody smarter than me.
Jalissa,
Can
would you roll sneak plus low society? With one difficulty.
Goody. Well, I only get a 1d10 anyway.
So you need a 10. I should double check because that's how it works in Heart, the City Beneath.
Well, I got a 2, so it doesn't matter. I failed anyway.
Difficulty. Always roll at least one dice. For each point of difficulty that would take your dice pool below 0, the result is downgraded by 1 step. It is different. What I get for assuming.
So
that takes you
I
to
mean,
a critical failure.
Oof.
Yeah.
Jalissa is nowhere to be seen.
I'm so sneaky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Must just be very sneaky right now.
So, the one person who's really good at talking is nowhere to be seen. The other one who's good at talking is in a different dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm right here.
Are you
Yes,
hanging
please.
outside the door?
No, I'm inside the door, but the door is open.
Yeah, you are technically in an alternate dimension. Yeah, Kestra, it's just you and Syl.
I don't know. Like,
GM. What does this man wish to protect above all else?
The moment, weirdly enough, he's trying to protect you.
Oh, flattering.
well.
He legitimately wants you to walk away and not throw your lives away.
So,
Oh, well, so I look at him and I do, and I look at Kestra and I do say, I don't think he's being deceitful.
we shouldn't have shooken their hands, should we? Damn.
Ooh. Mine keep
She doesn't.
secrets.
She doesn't answer him. Yeah, she doesn't answer that.
If you're intent on sticking your noses in its business, why didn't you at least meet with this figure that you're trying so desperately to fight against?
I mean, there's the possibility she could do what we're looking for. If you think about it. Right? I mean, if you think about it, Kestra.
I'm not opposed. However, Jaleesa's just gone, so can we set like a future
Well, there are
like,
other
hour
people
from
that
now meeting point or something?
Well,
Like I'm looking at the guy, like, can we just give us an address in like an hour or something? I don't know.
I'll see what I can do.
what can we call you?
Shouldn't call me anything.
Okay, Alley Man. Do you need any healing?
He is going to just reach down, pick up his dagger out of the dirt, and kind of like brush it off on his pants, stick it back in the sheath.
Does he have any injuries? Okay.
The ones that sustained injuries were killed immediately.
Oopsie whoopsie.
He's gonna stick the dagger back in the sheath, turn, and actively just start walking away.
I memorize every feature. Oh.
Well,
So,
let's jump over to Jalissa.
oh no.
As you were looking around, there was just a brief moment of seeing figures that looked like they were just regular passerbys, happened to maybe walk a little closer to you than you were comfortable with, and kind of stopped to step out of the way. And then it was a flash of cloth and steel, and then darkness. A light just immediately engulfs itself in flame, filling the little bit of this room in light. You're staring at a handful of figures. One of them sits down next to you, realizing that you are tied to a chair.
My mask's still on.
Oh yeah. They wouldn't do you the disservice of removing it. That would be rude. It's quite the display that you were all putting on out there. Care to tell us why you're here?
I don't know where here is.
In the Red Row. Why are you blundering around, asking about the Moon Mother?
She's the one who runs this place, is it not? Is it not?
Yes, and the one that will
Typical for
have you
people.
killed for far less than that.
You have me at a disadvantage. You seem to know partially of me and my companions, yet I do not know who you are.
Would it matter?
But at least I would know what information I would be, or who I would be giving information to.
Moves his chair over, partially with the light. And you see a figure that's almost fully clad in just this thick armor and fur from creatures that probably have never seen before. Have you done much work in the Red Row?
Me personally, no.
Then you probably wouldn't recognize the insignia.
No, not unless it was like well known outside of it.
Mr. Winter finds your involvement very intriguing.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
If you don't, you'll learn quickly. Because he's your only way out of this alive. We're looking into Mother Moon. We don't know of you, so you're not from Father Winter. Means the only individuals crazy enough to send mercenaries after their poor mother would be sisters. I don't know what they promised you. I'm almost certain they would never give it to you. So why don't we make you a deal? We'll help you get out of whatever contract you signed with the sister. In turn, bring them to heal. Help us quell that unending well of chaos. That is the three of them. You'll still probably die. Your odds are better.
Why does this Father Winter want the sisters to heal?
Wants that chaos. He wants order. Wants things to run like they should.
And how is that?
Everyone plays their part. Everyone is a piece in the puzzle. You have pieces that don't fit, pieces that change their sides, pieces that actively remove other pieces. But the puzzle doesn't work. Your
How
answer.
would you get us out of
Go ahead.
the contract? How would you get us out of this contract?
It would depend what it is.
The sisters have information that we want. That we need.
They don't have information about anything. They're insane. They promise you that they had.
Information about the Spire.
But delightfully vague. If we don't know what you're looking for, we can't help you.
I don't know if you can help me anyway. I don't know if I can trust you.
He'll just get up from the chair. If your answer wasn't immediately yes, I don't feel that we have any business to go over.
You have me at a disadvantage.
Good.
You say that these sisters are not to be trusted, yet I've dealt with them. Face to face, they seem to be open with their dealings. We have made a contract with them. And yet here you are, taking me off the street, promising that you can relieve me of this contract, that the sisters have no information, that you can help us if we back off, but then that does not give me the information that I need. How is that helpful to me besides saving my life, which you don't know if I quite am okay with not throwing my life away for this?
I can't promise we'll get you that information. I only promise that you'd have slightly better odds of surviving. If we can help you find that information. See what we can do. If you're not interested, we'll simply disappear. Let you get yourselves killed and bodies.
It appears you have bodies all ready to clean up, does it not?
No
Are those your men
responsibility.
that were in the alley?
All of the gods know. None of us are that tactless as to sit in ambush and try to stab someone to death. That's barbaric. No, would deal in a good poisoning. Would ruin you socially. And then, when you have no choice but to come crawling back to Father Winter, then would allow you death. But no, ambushing you in an alley. Awful.
I do like the sounds of this Father Winter much better than Moon Mother.
You think about it. Contemplate your choices. Decide. Maybe have a better chance at life. We'll come find you. Till then, hopefully your companions aren't already dead.
Yes, I would like to speak to them if I am to change the terms of a contract. They too signed the contract. I cannot speak for them.
You can feel your binds just cut. And nothing
Find me
else. Room
Find
goes
me and
deathly silent.
she'll, thinking that they can probably still hear her, or even if they won't respond or anything, she'll say, find me again in 12 hours.
No response.
That's fine.
Just as you step out back into the alleyway, you can hear the sounds of your companions speaking, and round the corner, see a small pile of bodies at their feet. And an open door with just a glowing portal to another dimension just open. Kestra and Syl, you finally, mid-discussion, see Jalissa just...
Yeah, like I said, the one who talks is in a door. The other one. Where
It's
did you-
right there.
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't
glad
know
to see
you practiced magic.
I'm glad to see you are not dead.
No, don't think so lowly of us.
Someone else has found our contract most fascinating.
You look a little perturbed at that concept.
Best not to discuss it out there in the open like this. Ears
Ooh.
everywhere.
Lead on.
Ooh.
Clore, are you ever going to come out?
I don't know what happened. Zoom just got rid
Is
of
it-
me.
Is it safe to come out?
The florid head that just pops out. Oh no!
Lost someone.
Yeah, the Zoom kicked.
No!
Karish.
Karish? Oh my gosh, she fell back in the hole.
Oh no!
It's just an
Sneaking
illusion!
so
I
well,
knew
but
it!
Zoom couldn't see her.
No!
Well, I think with that,
Um,
as you all have time to rest, to bandage yourselves up, to discuss which facet of alliance you are willing to keep. You stay with the sisters, who have promised you information, who seem to be the most straightforward, kill our mother, we help you. Or do you switch? Do you meet with the mother, who seems to be the muscle here in the red row? Seems to have all of the little puppets on strings and can manage hordes of minions. Or perhaps speak with Father Winter, who seems more content to sit back, to let the pawns play with themselves until it's time to strike and remove those that are a problem. Whatever it might be, we'll have to see next time. Thank you all so much for being here, for hanging out. Thank you to everyone that followed JP Fox, Old Man Bandits. Thank you to the Bard's Playhouse for the raid. We heckin' love you all. Cameras are kind of mixed up, but it's okay. You get the gist. I do want to go around, give everyone a chance to tell the people who you are, and if you're working on any projects, people can check out where they can find it. We'll start to my clockwise direction with Robin with 1B.
Robin with 1B. Oh, wow. Wow, pulling it back. Okay, hi. I'm Robin. Ginger Brigade, Ginger_Brigade on Twitter. I am a PC gamer streamer, going to be moving to more of a video format on YouTube. You can see me next on Thursday for our level 20 Pathfinder Champion of the Gods one-shot. I will be playing a catfolk barbarian with a big, big axe. I think I have a theme going here, Hoop. I like axes, apparently.
Who doesn't?
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, that's where you'll see me next, without the mask, so you'll actually get to see my whole face.
Yeah. Over to Neptune.
Hello, Neptune. I don't usually speak like that. So hi. I'm Neptune. I'm at Neptune_MYS over on Twitter. You will see me around here next Wednesday. I'm GMing Lights Camera Agency, a triangle agency game all about, the corporate life of hunting down anomalous creatures and ideas. So please come over and join if you like absurdity. That's my middle name. And I'm really excited for that and excited for whatever else trouble I get myself in.
Absolutely. Which we're going to be playing that later in the year. I'm very excited. But then over to Karish, if you're here and can hear us.
I'm here. I can hear
Hi.
you. Yes. My whole internet decided just no, I'm done. Apparently.
Whoa.
Yeah. Let's tell us who we are and if we can find you anywhere else on the internet where we can find you.
Yeah. I am Karish Valandar. I stream here on Twitch occasionally. That's fine. Just like that. But to find out where everything that I'm at, you can catch me over on Twitter at Karish Valandar. I'm all over the place, honestly. I stream on my channel, I stream here, I stream on Paths and Dragons, on Torque Auto. I'm everywhere.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Alright, and then over to Niap.
I'm Neop, Colombian, español. You can find me on Instagram. It was great being here. You can find me on Instagram. I do arts and stuff. You'll see me in this channel again next time we do one of these Spire games. And what else is there to say? Oh yeah, you can find me anywhere in the internet as Neop3, except TikTok or Twitter. I don't exist on Twitter, but for some reason there are 2 accounts under my name on TikTok.
Oh, God.
That's not me. Just PSA, anybody looking for me, that's not me. And yeah, I do art, paintings, wood carvings, any of that stuff. I love that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next game of this, where I don't nearly die again.
Yeah, that was rough. That martyr ability really came in handy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's just me. I am Andrew, your games master for the evening, and for most evenings around here, though you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GMs here in the coming weeks. We got a bunch of great people that are producers and yes, that. I give up. I'm going home. I'm already home. Might as well finish. Bunch of great people telling a bunch of great stories. We're here to support it. If you want to join us, we do casting calls every single month for one-shots and miniseries and campaigns. Come hang out. You can join our Discord. Link is down below. That big old button that says Discord. Check us out on Twitter. You can find me at Sir Hooper LCRPG or our main channel Twitter at Lost Caravan RPG. Either way, you'll find all the information there. Alright. That's enough out of me. That's enough out of us. We're going to throw right over to Starlight Tales, a bunch of amazing nerds, fantastic storytellers. So, yeah, with that, as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.